partner, Gia, had decreed I not cut it short again until after the sale of our company went through. It was chin length, an accidental bob. I almost never wore my hair this long, but we'd had a recent spate of publicity with lots of photos of me involved, and she said there was too much at stake for me to alter my image now. The shaggy 40-something was the more obvious choice. He was handsome in a 5 o'clock shadow way, like Gabriel, who'd been gone for more than a year and now lived in Mexico City. The dark-haired fellow looked at ease, and the perfect age. Young enough to still be taut under a shirt, old enough to have his own business to mind. But the younger guy was sidling in my direction. His suit was cheaper than many of the others in this bar, but he wore it well. I could turn, rifle through my purse, make him go away with a simple movement. I could hold out for the other prospect, or someone else entirely. But I needed something easy after today, after my discovery up at the university in the morning and an afternoon of legalese. Gia was no doubt at her lakefront home sipping a cold glass of white wine, and I deserved my relaxation no less. I tucked my stupid blonde bob behind my ears and smiled. "Which conference were you at?" "I'm meeting a friend," I said. He cocked his head like a dog, detecting a sudden noise, hearing my voice for the first time, deciding if he liked his low timbre. "A girlfriend," I clarified. "Can I get you another one of those?" "That would be lovely." He signaled to Jessie, who set another mineral water down in front of me with a wink. He ordered a fresh whiskey for himself. "I'm Nate." "Cate." "Cate and Nate. That'll give us plenty to talk about. Should cover at least 5 minutes. Then we can move on to where we're from, favorite flavor of ice cream, and phobias." He had a crooked smile and a trace of an accent. "Where are you from?" "Originally Melbourne," he said, but now he lived in the Bay Area. "What brings you to Seattle, Nate?" "Terribly boring things." He waved his hand vaguely around the room. "Work?" "Yes." His reticence intrigued me. Men always wanted to talk about their work. "What about you?" "I live here." "Meeting a friend." "Right." He looked at me and looked around. I looked back at him, willing him to challenge me. "What do you do for work?" I thought of making something up. Crane operator, partition. Can I just say terribly boring things? Already used that line. "I work in biotech." "Very exciting." "Sometimes." "How did you get into the field?" "I studied neuroscience." "You must be very clever." "You don't know the half of it," I thought. I didn't need or want to talk about work. I had people with whom I conversed about work all day who had vastly more interesting things to say about it than Nate possibly could. And Gia's cautionary voice inside my head told me to stay away from the subject. He sat on the bar stool facing me now, and I noticed the way his thighs strained against the fabric of his trousers. I imagined putting my hand on his knee. That would be premature, but it was titillating to think about. I uncrossed and recrossed my legs, forcing him to glance down. "If your work is so boring, what else do you like to do?" He said he played soccer. Though I find team sports beyond tedious, I encouraged him to talk about the subject for a few minutes. Weekly practice, good way to meet people, story about a missed goal. "Must be how you stay in such good shape," I said, almost making myself laugh. Nate blushed, sudden pink flare-ups in both cheeks. He was not experienced at picking people up in bars, so why was he talking to me? I liked not knowing. It was like funneling mystery elements into a beaker. Any kind of pop or fizz might result. "We haven't covered phobias yet," he said. "You go first." Terrified of sharp objects.